we're here out in eastern Adams County talking about our gravel roads program in Adams County. Joining me is Greg Fisher. He's with our Public Works team. Greg, we just kind of want to go through the process, right? Let's maybe start at the beginning of the process. You guys have a lot of gravel roads out here in eastern Adams County to cover. How do you decide which roads you want to target?
Traffic counts, whether it's main arterial road, collector road, really that kind of sets it. And then we play into the condition of the road, the complaints on the road, how many complaints we're getting, how many times we're out there urgent grading it. A lot of that, it's just a big mix that comes together and makes that decision.
What do you do to start?
We go in, survey the road essentially. We get shots with the laser transit or laser levels to establish where we need to place culverts, build the road up to ensure that we have positive flow everywhere. The biggest goal with the gravel roads is good drainage. You want the water off the road and flowing away from the road. You don't want it holding on or in those ditches. It just makes for a soft road, and that really impacts the road itself.
We have crews right now installing some culverts out in Strasburg, and Dylan, kind of just explain what they're doing, that process.
So after we decide that this is going to be a segment that we're going to rebuild, we'll come and check the elevation, and we can historically know where the problem areas are as far as drainage and stuff. So we'll come in, we'll check the elevation. This particular area, actually we had to lift up, so we had to import fill dirt into this area just so we could fit culverts here. And the way that it flows here, the water actually runs from the west to the east here. So the water is going to enter this side and exit this side.
I'm sure you've seen it at its worst, right? And what was that like for residents, for people in this community? And for workers, yourself.
The water, without the culverts, like I said, would just rush over the road, sometimes sit on the road, because the fields and the road were essentially the same height. So now, like I said, with that elevation, that'll also help stop the water and direct it through our culvert. We're backfilling our last culvert for this phase of the project now. We're going to start next week on the resurfacing.
Once drainage and the road is built and everything, we come back in and put 4 inches of good gravel over the top. The sustainability side's a big focus of ours. We do reuse recycled materials within our gravel. It is mixed in-house.
It'll be a total of 4 inches, 2 lifts to ensure the compaction. And that'll create the nice, smooth driving surface.
The gravel, just like asphalt, it has a lifespan. It starts to unravel, you lose your binders. So we had to replace the gravel. And then it's followed by the chemical treatment. We have a couple in our toolbox. It just kind of depends on what the road is and what the traffic counts are, really what the road desires at that point. You got chemical pods that we can put in the tanker for a much more low traveled neighborhood road versus the chloride treatment that we use on a heavy traveled road. The dust abatement also stabilizes the road. As we get the moisture, the natural moisture, it kind of revitalizes that too. So it just makes for less grading out here, less maintenance on our end, and then for the citizens, dust is next to nothing. The satisfying part is just seeing the change, and knowing that when we travel that road, you've got not just the kids going to and from school, but their parents, everybody else, the motoring public. It just makes that much of a safer route. They're not worrying if they're going to be able to get home in the winter months. It's satisfying to provide to the community and know that we're doing everything that we can to make sure that they have a better way of getting around.